So we're at BayAreaSportsWeekly.com. We got it's all Canada here in San Francisco. The Giants, as we're doing this tape, are getting ready to play the Blue Jays up in Toronto, and we got an Expo fan who
he's now a Nationals fan. He's now a Washington Nationals fan.
I still call him the Montreal Expos. And what's the state of the franchise? The Blue Jays, who's really underachieving so far this part of the season.
Well, we have 3 National League pitchers trying to pitch in the American League East, and it's a tough game out there. Patient guys, R.A. Dickey's not living up to what his expectations are. Josh Johnson's hurt, and Mark Burley's old. But I came out to see a great game here in San Francisco, and I know you guys got the Blue Jays next, and hopefully we're on the train. We'll give you guys a good game in Toronto.
And for the Expos, this is a franchise a decade or almost 2 decades ago would have won it all if it wasn't for the strike, though, you know. And look, you got the old school Expo, you got the Gary Carter. I mean, your thoughts of should they've kept baseball in Montreal?
Absolutely. Baseball was thriving in Canada until the strike killed baseball. We became a farm team for Major League Baseball after the fact, and Jeffrey Loria came along. Baseball died in Montreal. It's unfortunate. It's a great team in Washington now, but the Expos were even better in their day.
That Expo team, and you know, people forget, the Expos were the winningest team in the National League in the 4-year period from 79 to 82. Where we all remember 81 when Rick Monday took Steve Rogers, and the question was, the $64,000 question was, why you bring your ace to pitch to Rick Monday instead of Jeff Reardon, who was out with a second guesser's decision, who was out with a back injury.
I agree. You don't bring your starting pitcher in and late innings in a big game like that, but hey, that's the way the chips fall. Rogers was a great pitcher in his day, but he wasn't a relief pitcher coming out of the pen that late in the ballgame.
As for the Toronto Blue Jays, they were a organization on the come up in the early 80s. 85, of course, they won their first ever division American League East title. Lost to Kansas City in the LCS, a heartbreaker, won 3-1. Losing the 5th game, the Royals ended up winning both games up in Canada, up at the old Exhibition Stadium. And that was a classic, old Exhibition Stadium.
It's been a long time since I've been there, and it was a classic park, but I'm glad it's gone. We have Skydome now. Well, not Skydome.
Oh, the Rogers Center.
Rogers Center, thank you for correcting me.
4 million fans, average over 50,000 back in the 90s.
Yeah. Back-to-back World Series, and it's been 20 years since we've been to the playoffs, so we need to get back there soon.
I think that the way they have really started out of the gate so far this season, it's kind of like the old saying, you are what your record says you are, and the Blue Jays and the Nationals are starting to turn it around right now, and the franchise formerly known as the Expos are turning it around, and the Blue Jays are not right now.
We have to go something like 80 and 50 to even have a chance. So.
Wow. Yeah. And the Orioles and the Yankees, a lot of people thought.
The Yankees, they're old, but they're still an elite team. So.
And they have to be toppled before you can dethrone them.
Yeah, I know. They have to topple them. So. They're full of ex-Blue Jays too. Vernon Wells, Lyle Overbay, Ben Francisco. So, I mean, we supply the rest of the league as well.
And for the Expos or any talks of them getting a new stadium or going through via expansion?
Sorry?
Via expansion for the Expos.
Well, long term, I really think things are going to happen to the Nationals. Strasburg, Harper, and everybody else there is going to be just fine.
Hey, I like that kid. I like Ryan Zimmerman. He's a franchise builder.
He's got arm problem. He can't throw the ball from third base, but he'll get it straightened around. Their starting pitcher's going to be there. At the end of the year, we're going to beat the Braves. But we have the Giants beat the Braves this afternoon. Thank you, San Francisco, and we look forward to some World Series baseball in the nation's capital.
All right, guys, thank you very much for being on.